How bizarre is it that we are taught or told that our mind, our intellect is the end all be all, or as if it is all knowing? Not that the mind or intellect is inherently bad. I mean, of course, when you live in a world of concepts and objects, I think it's necessary for the mind to navigate this. But your intellects can never know everything, right? Like the mind, the brain can never truly know everything. And it's just not possible. And I think it's easy for humans, to think that if they do not know something with their mind or their intellect, like if they do not know what's going to happen next, it can be easy to panic, right? But it's trust that there's something greater than this body, than this mind, that there is a divine order in how everything plays out in this world. Because there is. I mean, maybe the mind doesn't want to think that there is anything beyond it, but that would be ridiculous to think that, you know? Like, how could this be the pinnacle of knowledge? The human mind? Very powerful, no doubt, no doubt. But to say it is the pinnacle of knowledge, to say it is all knowing, no. When a baby is born, we have to teach it. We have to teach the mind, we have to teach the brain how to speak, how to do math, how to do all these sorts of things. So, how could something that, when it was first created, not even know how to form sentences? How could something like that be something that is all knowing? And the truth is, there is an aspect of yourself, your truest nature, deep down, that is all knowing. That is the knowledge itself. That is indescribable with words. Something that is beyond knowledge, something innately intuitive and beyond the mind and beyond the intellect. It's unfathomable, really, for the mind to understand. Because the mind has its limits. Because it is something that is part of the whole. It is a creation. Therefore, it has limits. Just as this video is a creation, it can never truly capture the entirety of the whole. All I can do here is point to what is. But I suppose that is good enough. Because what the whole is, what the truth is, what the entirety of it is, the self, whatever you may want to describe this as or call it, it is indescribable. It is intangible. You cannot put it in a box. The best we can ever do with words, with the mind, is to point to it. But to actually be it, to experience it, I mean, even that doesn't even do words, because you already are it. You already are experiencing it. But to eliminate all the other appearances and concepts in front of that, and to just leave that solely in itself, It is indescribable. It is bliss, but even that does not describe it. But that still doesn't mean that, the daily actions or the daily life of the body and mind isn't important. You understand? That doesn't mean that, none of this is important. It's all important within the physical world. But beyond this, we are something else. We are greater than this. And I think that's something that some people kind of can struggle to grasp, is that if I'm not this mind, if I am not this body, and I am beyond this, but I'm still observing this, what importance does this have if I am not this? Well, it has as much importance as it has. It has as much importance as anything else in the physical realm. You understand? And so, the best practical advice that I could give for you as an individual, as a human, you understand, is to just be as you are. You understand? Be as you are. Try to live in the most... Don't even try, honestly, because I think the reality of the nature is that a majority of humans are just naturally loving and caring. And so if you follow that, you're doing something right, If you ingrain yourself within the Most High, within the divine, within God, whatever you want to call it, naturally, you'll do what you are supposed to do. You will naturally do your purpose here on this world. Even if there's, pushback, even if it may not seem aligned with your personal desires, we all have a dharma. We all have a God-given purpose in this world, And so, fill it to the best of your ability, is what I would say. Try to live your life in a healthy way, in a loving way, in a compassionate way. That's the most practical advice I could give you. And of course, no matter what I say here, deep down there's a part of you, an aspect of you that already knows this. And that's why me speaking here, me sharing here, is not about telling you to be one way or another, or telling you to do this or that. This is not instructions. This is just an appearance, a reminder to yourself of what is and what needs to be heard. Because you are here without the volition of anything other than God, other than for the sake of it. You understand? But that itself is innately divine. And that's why I think the best thing for the body, for the mind, actually, is just to be out in nature, to be out in the sun. Because when you are in nature, you realize you are no separate from nature. You are not separate from the trees, from the birds, from the soil. You're no separate from it. You are nature itself. You are part of it. You are part of nature. You are nature. No matter how many walls, building structures you want to put between you and the environment, you are that. You are a part of it. You are one with it. So embrace it. It's infinitely more easy to realize and to see your true nature when you are in nature, because you are that. You understand? And it's a intuitive, it's a silent knowing, not a intellectual knowing. It is known. Everything is already known, intuitively. And whether that is seen or unseen, it is known. It is. Simply it is. And so, the last thing I would have to say to you is be in nature. Be within your nature.